Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with Bird Keeper Toby with his Pokemon region on Pokemon Tempest. So, yeah, this is actually an old series I used to react to back in the day. And we're here for the first one where we choose our first starter. Our first Pokemon in this new Greek region. So, like I said, this is actually one I did a while back, and I'm actually redoing it because I actually had a lot of fun last time. And like last time, I'm going to be starting up my own team. So, wish me luck, because time to see what this region's all about. And before you ask, no, I don't remember it. It's been a long time for me. So be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let me know your teams, and let's go. Or let's see who you choose to get, you know? It's up to you. Here we go. Here it is. There we go. And let's get to it. Whoa.
The wind blows strong today. I hope your travel was calm. Hello and welcome to the world of Pokemon. But you've heard that many times before, haven't you? I see you. All of you. I see all the regions you've traveled in ages gone by. From Kanto to Galar, from Norclo to Ason and beyond. I can tell you're a very well-traveled Pokemon trainer.
Norclo in a bit.
All of you. And there are many. I say there may be more of you than there are Pokemon on this island. Pokemon are wondrous creatures. Most are part of nature, others are human-made, and some are the stuff of myth and legends. My job as a professor and oracle is to research these Pokemon myths and make sense of the nonsensical, to wonder about the wondrous. But enough about me. Welcome, champions, to the Solympia region. I hear all of you have many wonderful stories of your own. Perhaps you've met a legendary Pokemon or two yourself. Thank you for agreeing to my invite. I see you left all your Pokemon at home. The Solympia region has a very delicate ecosystem, and your presence here is unusual for many. But you'll learn all about that soon enough. A world full of untold wonders and mysteries awaits you. Let's delay no longer. Let's go!
Woohoo!
Champion, I should introduce myself. I am Professor Dodona. Welcome to my lab in Trickletown. This sleepy town is the smallest in the region and is my home. I've lived here through 5 different tempests. When I was a young man, I traveled across the land, from the Elderwood Forest to the tip of Mount Solympia, collecting Pokemon and even taking on the Pokemon League. But Trickletown has been my home through it all. Of course, nowadays, this town is bustling with travelers from across the world of ours. It's the busiest I've ever known it to be, ever since the last Tempest ended and the tourists have arrived. But listen to me rambling on. First, the formalities. A gift for you, champion. Yeah. As you are unable to bring Pokemon of your own, you'll need a partner if you are to travel across Solympia. And what would be more fitting for us than to give you one of the Pokemon that all the trainers start with here in Solympia? Who knows? This Pokemon and you may just become good friends. First, we have Twiguana, the Iguana Pokemon. These Pokemon are strategic and tough in battle. Scientists in other regions thought this Pokemon was an extinct species until it was discovered thriving here in Solympia. This Pokemon truly is an example of how unique life can be here in Solympia, and how truths once lost can be found again. Next up, we have the Pokemon Emble. Emble is the flaming calf Pokemon, and is a sprightly little fella, known for being a hothead and charging into situations. This is truly the most tenacious partner you can think of. You know this Pokemon's heart is full of fire when black smoke billows from its nose. This Pokemon truly represents a region with an unmovable spirit. If that sounds like you, pick Emble. Finally, we have Kinfisher, the water sword Pokemon. This Pokemon is renowned for being an excellent diving Pokemon, skewering prey in its sword-like beak. It can react to its surroundings with rapid speed, and can change the direction it's flying in an instant. Truly, this Pokemon represents Olympia's adaptability to change, a quality needed in any champion, don't you agree? And there you have it. This troublesome trio are the perfect companions to any trainer here in Solympia. So who would you like to train as a gift? Ah yes, I should probably mention that while I am a man of science, I am also known as the Oracle Professor. I can see who you'll pick, and not just in this reality, but across the Pokeverse. I see. Between all of you, you'll take all of them. Maybe let me know in the comments exactly which Pokemon you chose, and later in this Pokemon journey, you'll surely get to see your partner grow and evolve. You'll get to catch other Pokemon too, so let me know from video to video just how your team is coming along. I know starting with a new partner may seem simple for someone as esteemed as yourself, but just because you're a champion doesn't mean you don't have a lot to learn. But I'm rambling on again. Look at you. You've been in Solympia only a short while and already have yourself your first Pokemon. I would recommend you take on the Pokemon League Challenge and show the world what you came here to do. But first, there is someone else here.
Plan.
Someone who I know is dying to meet you. Head to the house north of Route 1. My underling is waiting for you there. It'll give you time to train with your partner. Good luck,
underling, huh?
and see you again soon.
Thanks.
Hey!
Well, that happened. So, I gotta say, we are in an interesting land, to say the least. So, like I said, I chose the water flying type Kingfisher. Let me know what you guys make in your teams, or at least which ones you chose. Because, let's be real, I think we're all gonna keep track of them as we continue on this journey. So, we got our first one, so let's get to moving on.
Pokemon Masters, welcome to the
Hey,
Solympia
Toby.
region. And would you look at you? You've already chosen a partner Pokemon, and that's great. You already know me, I'm Bird Keeper Toby, and this region is a place I've been eager to share with you for so long. So if you don't mind, my voice might be popping up from time to time to act as your guide across this part of the Pokemon world. I guess, you could do with a little context if you're going to be traveling the region with just this partner Pokemon of yours and some Pokeballs at your back, so here goes. This is the Solympia region, and the Solympia region has a very unique ecology. This island nation has existed in solitude for great periods of time across the history of the Pokemon world, due to enormous storms known as Tempests. A Tempest is a storm that surrounds the island that is caused by some kind of local legendary Pokemon here on the island, and they're no ordinary storms. They can last from months to decades, with the longest said to have been even 100 years long. And in all that time, the other regions of the Pokemon world advance and progress technologically speaking, while this region sits safely at the eye of the storm, undisturbed and unchanged. Very few trainers have ever been able to sail through a Tempest and either access or leave Solympia, but as a renowned Pokemon trainer from another region, you've been invited here especially. The last Tempest only ended 6 months ago, and since then trainers and tourists and less responsible types have been appearing at Trickletown every day. Trickletown, by the way, is a sleepy little village on the front side of the island that has no gym to speak of, but sits as a perfect intersection between routes 1, 2, and 3. So why don't you take your first steps out of the lab door and, Oh, wait, it sounds like someone's coming.
Okay.
Hey!
Hi?
Hey, you! Did Professor Dodonna really just give you a Pokemon? You? An outsider?
Yeah?
Oh, I see. You're supposed to be that hotshot champion from another region, right? Okay, little champ.
Doesn't matter here.
I want to see your moves. CT clear? This is my town and my island. I'm here to give you a taste of Solympia.
Bring it on!
It looks like you're being challenged to your first Pokemon battle here in Solympia, and a champion like you can't decline, so do the world a favor and don't lose your first match, okay?
Bring it on!
Let's throw you back into the sea.
Kingfisher, let's go!
Cap on!
Cap on?
Alright, your first new Solympian Pokemon. This Pokemon appears to be Capon, the chick Pokemon, and as you don't have your Pokedex yet, you don't know much about it. Still, it looks evident looking at it that it would be a flying type. If you chose the Grass starter, then you're in for a slightly harder time against its Peck Attack. It also knows Scratch and Sand Attack, but other than that, it's a pretty straightforward battle. You're probably just getting some deja vu of your early days as a trainer.
My Capon is special. Everyone can tell.
Your starters should all be equipped with moves that are able to handle this, tackle and wing attack, and don't worry, because after this battle you'll level up right away, meaning depending on the starter you picked, Razor Leaf, Water Gun and Ember will join your move pool. It shouldn't be hard to prove to this person that you're not called a champion for no reason.
Ah, my Pokemon! Fine, you've beaten me. I'll give you that.
That's what you get for underestimating me.
Very strong for someone who's supposed to be a champion. Heck, I know kids at the trainer school with stronger Pokemon. How rude.
Oh, I watch your
I've introduced myself in the art of battle, but you don't even know who you're speaking to.
Nope.
I'm Cass. Cass of Trickletown.
Cass, huh?
Cass of Solympia. This is my home, you hear me? Not just this town, but this island. And you Stormers are why I need to get stronger.
Stormers?
Head home, little champ. You may have won this battle, but next time, I'll be putting you in your place.
Now, Cass, this person's our special guest. I saw the battle through the window. Champion, it's true that outsiders and the mainlanders sometimes clash, but not all of them do. I'm good friends with a Stormer, as they call them. A professor who lives on Route 1. Still, a little rivalry is healthy for everyone, and I see it.
Just depends on the rivalry. Sheesh.
I'm glad I caught you, Champion. I nearly forgot. And Cass, it's good you're here too. I've written to the principal and got permission for you like you asked. You've been given leave to survey the island with your very own Pokedex.
Really, Professor?
Thanks.
Yes, here, take one.
Wait, you're giving a Stormer a Pokedex too?
Of course. Great
Hey,
journey
let's
should
find it
never be
home.
traveled alone. I'll also give you these Pokeballs.
Thank you.
With them, you
Taxi.
should travel Solympia and research as many of the local Pokemon as you can. I hear this is quite commonplace in other regions. By sharing this information with the world, we can all gain a better understanding of what's out there. We can see beyond our little island home.
Fine. But let's be clear, I'm nobody's rival. This so-called champion had quite a dose of beginner's luck. This island is my home. Our home, Professor Dodonna. I don't think it's a good idea to just invite people here to see all our Pokemon. Who knows what they'll do? Stormers.
I'm sorry about her, dear
Sheesh,
champion.
what about her?
The trainer school recently had to be moved to Rumbleton, the next town over, to make way for the new port. It's caused a lot of change in the life of many of my students. Acclimating to something new isn't an easy process for those who are closed off to change. If I was her,
kidding.
well, she's probably heading to Route 1 now. That's where she met her partner Pokemon all those years ago. It's also where you'll find my colleague. He's studying wild Pokemon from a small house on the north side. Jolly man, big heart. Oh my, I'm rambling again.
Yeah, we'll
Head
be
to
on our
Route
way.
1. I'm sure you'll see for yourself. Safe travels.
No problem, Donna.
Wow,
Thank you.
what a nice old man. It's a shame that it wasn't a completely warm welcome here in Solympia, but I'm sure Cass will come around when she sees how nice you really are. And with that sorted,
We'll
you
see.
are heading out to Route 1. Heading north from
Let's
Trickle
go.
Town and finally setting out onto a new Pokemon adventure, this route is a long stretch of grassy plains, split into two by a very short
Normal.
caved path. The cave looks to be a relatively short tunnel system connected to the base of a bigger mountain in the west, a mountain in the middle of three, and you recognize it. Where you're going to
Oh,
tread
Mount
is
Solympia.
into the base of Mount Solympia itself. However, for now, the only place this passage will take you is between the south and north portions of this route. Before that, you're surrounded by grassy areas and a few low-level trainers from the trainer school in the upcoming town.
Why not?
Wow, a new trainer. I wonder if you're any good.
I got
Bring
a
it on.
Pokemon from Professor Dodonna. You don't stand a chance.
All of these
Yep, you're the
trainers will
one.
be battling you using Pokemon that you can find here on this route. So if you want to be prepared for them, it's time to step into the tall grass and discover the first few Pokemon that you can catch here on Route 1.
Let's go.
Other than your
First
starter,
up.
this Pokemon is the first to be registered
Barbug.
into your Pokedex. Barbug. Barbug is the spiky ball Pokemon.
actually could help
and
out,
this bug
so I'm gonna
poison
use
type
that.
is really common around this area. They are a pain for travelers who aren't prepared for them. Their spike body attaches them to most things they
Barbs,
touch,
yeah.
causing a great deal of pain. Luckily, you're prepared with the starter Pokemon, and if you wanted to catch one,
Hey, you know-
it wouldn't be too difficult. Next up is a Pokemon you've seen before. This
Capon.
chick Pokemon is a normal flying type and is known as Capon. It knows your basic peck and scratch style moves. You may also notice that these wild Capon look somewhat different to the one that Cass had, but you can't put your finger on what exactly it is.
It's the
However,
eyes?
if you're incredibly lucky, you may find one like Cass's. The chances of this, though, seem really small, so I'm not sure how many of you this will affect. Maybe 1 in
We'll
8,000.
keep an eye out. Thanks.
You may also notice some familiar faces on this route,
Pichu,
in the form
Slackoth.
of Pichu and Slackoth, and I won't say too much, but there's the possible promise for regional variation down the line. Not for every Pokemon that you'll encounter, but maybe for some. Still, if you want to complete your Pokedex, you should pick them up. However, there's still one more new Pokemon that you're yet to see here on Route 1,
As well?
and that is Rattaru. Rattaru is
Rattaru.
the jump kick Pokemon, a fighting type that can kick really hard. According to the Pokedex, they use their powerful legs to launch themselves into the air and then land with a devastating blow. Of course, this
Never know
means
when you
that
need
it's a
'em.
Pokemon that can learn high jump kick really early on, which will make it a great addition to your team. And these are just a handful of Pokemon that you'll find
Nice.
here on the island of Solympia. And they, along with your starters, make for just a fraction of the over 100 never before discovered creatures that live here on the island. Though, if you're particularly studious, you may have already heard of a handful of them from past tales of mine. Ahem. Anyway, which
Moving
ones
on.
will you add to your team? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know each episode what your team
It
is
looks
looking
like got 5 so
Ahead
far.
of you stands the Solympia Passage,
got
the
a
base
good
of Mount Solympia.
spread out?
And you must pass through here to continue your journey. As you peek inside the entrance, you hear a jolly voice echoing.
I say, what a splendid show of fisticuffs.
But that, sadly, is all the time that we have for today's episode. And that's okay, because to celebrate the premiere of this new series, I've uploaded episode 2 of Pokemon Tempest along with episode 1. So you can find
We'll cover that another night. So for now, there you go. Our first round into the world of the Solympia region. So far we got about 5 Pokemon in our journals, or at least what we got. So let me know who you caught so far. Hope you guys enjoyed. So until next time, guys, like, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys for the next one. Good night, everybody.